With the release of Yakuza 5 seeming fairly imminent, I've made a list of 20 moments from the series that I found particularly memorable for various reasons. I've excluded side quests and moments from the final parts of the games, because those are spoilery and could have lists of their own. This is more about those smaller moments that stood out to me or made me laugh. Anyway, let's get started. Number 20. The Peace Finance logo. This one is very simple. I just like this logo. The prologue to the original game has you collecting money from Hirata the moneylender. He's apparently very crooked and stuff, but with a logo like that, how can you be all bad? Number 19. Saito's Perseverance. One character in Yakuza 4 that made an impact on me by few means was Saito the prison guard, and just how damn tough he is for a character in his position of just being a guard. He comes back after being beaten by Seijima multiple times, and even once after Kiryu himself had a go at him. I'm not sure why he's such a bastard, but he sure is a tough one. Number 18. Kuze's Perseverance. Kuze made Saito look almost like a quitter. Maybe it was his pride, not wanting to admit defeat to a young opponent like Kiryu, but man, you have to fight him 5 times in Yakuza 0. That's just crazy. Number 17. Tanimura vs Sugiuchi. Another fight-related one here. I just think that the start of this fight is epic, and much of that is due to the charisma of Sugiuchi, played by Kenichi Endo, and the music track Teufel mit Liebe, or Devil with Love. I don't know, I just get that fuck yeah feeling from this one. Number 16. Haruka and Saya get slapped. There's something inherently comical to me about slapping. And you usually don't see older men slapping girls like this. Haruka gets it because she accuses Kiryu of selfishness, I guess. But Saya, Date's daughter, that one was funnier to me because just before she had been angry at him for standing her up when they're supposed to meet, and in general being a pretty shitty father. So what does Date do when he's this close to getting her forgiveness? He slaps her, of course. Isn't that what you would do?
I'm a horrible father.
Number 15. The Sledgehammer. This was easily the cruelest scene in the series. Beating out when Majima lost his eye. I'm not sure, but I think both were committed by the same guy. This wasn't the first time a sledgehammer was used in the series. The first was in Yakuza 3, and that was ridiculous too. Made more ridiculous by the fact that the victim made a complete recovery instead of spending the rest of his life in a wheelchair. But this moment from Yakuza 0 takes the cake for me. Ouch! Number 14. Arigato. Yakuza 2 indulged in a lot of quiet character relationship building moments, and this theme of Sayama and Kiryu bonding is probably the prime example. Sayama is a tough woman who here starts to let down her guard a little bit. After finally accepting a compliment from Kiryu, how she thanks him to me is just too cute.
Arigato.
Number 13. Best self-introduction ever.
わしは近江連合合流会2代目の合田隆二と申します。
That voice. Man, I love that voice. Number 12. Yayoi the Badass. I don't have much to say here either, but for a middle-aged Japanese woman, she sure is badass.
Kiryu は登場会のために命かけるって言ってんだ。文句あるやつは今前に出な。杯の話が決裂したら後戻りはできない。東と西の全面戦争だよ。
Number 11. Our hero, everybody. I never liked the main character of Yakuza on PSP, at least in the first game, and he sure didn't make a good first impression. His voice is one thing, but he punches both of his friends, goes into a Yakuza office, beats them up, seemingly kills the boss there, laughs maniacally like a villain, and takes some money and leaves. Our hero. Number 10. Haruka's Death Glare of Doom. Another slap, another memorable moment. Although it's not the slap that I like best, but Haruka's reaction. She frowns at Mine with such a fervor that it's both cute and awesome at the same time. Number 9. Majima's introduction. This is the point where Yakuza Dead Souls comes alive, and it's all thanks to Majima. It shows how amusingly crazy he is, and it's just plain funny, with a touch of badass as well.
Yappa, ほんまもう迫力ちゃうな。最高や。まさかゾンビとやり合える日が来るとはの。
Number 8. Majima, the bomb disposal expert. Continuing on Majima, in Yakuza 2 he took charge to help the Tojo disarm bombs. And he of course does things his own way, relying on instincts instead of knowledge, to hilarious results.
面倒や。どちらにしようかな、神様の言うとり。決まった。赤や。親父、生きるか死ぬかの選択なんです。もうちょっと真面目にやりましょうよ。捨てボケ、もう赤に決まったんや。それかせや。
Number 7. Naked Battle. Fighting in Yakuza games isn't exactly a rare occurrence, but a fight in a bathhouse while naked is. And of course there is strategic steam covering their private parts at all times. The ecchi crowd is amazed and disappointed at the same time. Number 6. Sweet Death. This is one of the creepier moments of Yakuza Dead Souls, where a super zombie invades a Yakuza office, bites them all, but then they die not to cries of agony, but of pleasure. Then we see who the monster is, and it's
Hayashi,
who hasn't been in the series since 2. And all he has to say?
Kambina. Shio.
Creepy, but awesome. And it sticks with me to this day.
Kambina. Shio.
Number 5. Kiryu the Chef. After years of living a hard life as a Yakuza, being in prison and being on the run from both the Tojo clan and Omi alliance, Kiryu finally settles down to a new life as the head of an orphanage on Okinawa. But this job has its own challenges, such as cutting onions. It's not as easy as it looks and requires a lot of concentration. The kids get impatient, but luckily enough, Haruka's got his back.
おじいさん、ご飯まだ？
今真剣なんだ。話しかけるな。
こら、ダメでしょ、太一。
痛いよ、姉ちゃん。
ご飯作ってる時は邪魔しちゃダメって言ったのに。
Number 4. You're not Kiryu? Fuck you! To think that just not being another person could land you a beatdown. Only in Kamurocho. I hope.
おい。いたぞ俺。桐生じゃねえよ。この野郎。紛らわしいなりしてんじゃねえ。
Number 3. Kanda takes a beating. Tsuyoshi Kanda is the loudmouth, violent Yakuza, while Mine is a quiet stockbroker turned Yakuza. When Mine finally bared his claws and showed that he's actually way stronger than Kanda, it made for a shocking moment, but also satisfying, because Kanda honestly had it coming. Number 2. Rikia and Kiryu at the Love Hotel. This scene speaks for itself. It's comedy gold.
ねえおばちゃん、
はい。
カップルじゃなきゃダメなんですよね。
そうですよ。
じゃあ私と兄貴はラブラブなカップルだから問題ないでしょ。
おい、
たまにはイチャイチャしたいのよ。
あんたたちそうだったの。はいはい、それならいいわよ。安い分狭いけど我慢してね。
どうもす。
エレベーター奥にあるからごゆっくり。
タグいつまでやってんだお前。
ついすいませんすいません。
Number 1. Kiryu vs. Tigers. You probably saw this one coming, but to me the ultimate moment in any of the Yakuza games is when Kiryu fought 2 tigers the day after being stabbed in the gut. It's absolutely ridiculous, of course, but oh so great. And it shows the extreme lengths Kiryu will go to when protecting the people he loves. So, these are the 20 moments that I picked out. Feel free to yell at me for not picking the ones you would have liked in the comments section. And let's just all look forward to Yakuza 5, and more importantly, let's all buy Yakuza 5, because that's the only way we have any hope of seeing Yakuza 0 or any other future game in the series. Thank you and good night.